Happy Tuesday. It's Tom, and I'm back from vacation. Had a wonderful time, and I want to tell you a little bit about some of the things I experienced this past couple of weeks. I took a long hike. We hiked about 80 miles with the family over about the course of about 7 days. Up mountains, down mountains, getting exhausted at times. And it really gave me some time to reflect about the work that we do here at DFACS. I know that oftentimes we get impatient that we want change now, but I think it's important that we remember that every step we take is toward a goal. It's toward that larger goal of serving Georgia's families better, of protecting Georgia's children in a more appropriate way, of keeping families together when we can, and knowing when to make the right decision and using our discretion and our judgment. Just as on this last trip, I got some blisters on my feet. I know that we as an agency get blisters on our feet from time to time, so to speak. But I think that we should remember that the goal is out there ahead of us, and if we just keep walking towards it, we will eventually get to where we want to be. I think that old proverb says, it's about the journey, it's not about the end. And in our situation, we need to appreciate the journey, do our best to keep on that journey, knowing and trusting that our work will make a difference in the long run. So just glad to be back with y'all. A couple of just business type things to talk about. Number one, our OFI is having an Administrative Support Summit on July 24th, 25th, 26th, later this week. The topic will be Quality Matters, and these are specifically designed to provide additional support to all of our administrative staff in their work. I also want to talk about the fact that school is about to come back, start back again. You know, in child welfare side especially, but I think on all of our work, summer's a bit of a lull. Our number of complaints go down. And then, of course, when school starts back, we tend to get a rush of complaints beginning probably in September. So we'll be prepared for that. But also remember that there was a new bill passed by the legislature that requires us to ensure that if a child is either not in school and is not enrolled in, or the family has not filed a declaration of intent to homeschool, then the school needs to notify us. And that's an opportunity for us to make sure that children are not being isolated by their parent or guardian so that they can be abused. So watch out for those kind of new reports to come in. Please treat them seriously. Let's make sure that we are all doing our part to keep eyes on children, not just our folks, but school nurses and school counselors and after-school activity personnel. We all have a responsibility to keep an eye on children so we can keep them safe. Also, the comprehensive organizational health assessment, we got to get those surveys in. Please, please, please fill those surveys out so that we can get a baseline on how we are doing as an agency, how we are doing in supporting you and making your job as meaningful and as easy as possible under the difficult circumstances in which we work. So I think the deadline on that is coming up, so please make sure we do that. Last week, I think Ramirez is going to put up some pictures of the celebration of our staff in Region 3 that we had last week while I was gone. I'm sorry I missed it, but I know that it was a wonderful time, and we as an agency need to be doing all we can to support our staff, to make all of our employees know that we appreciate the work that they do, that we trust them to do the right thing, and that we are there to support them at all times. It's coming up on a year, folks. I want you to kind of take this time during the next week, during the 1 year that I've been here as your director, and think, what have we done that's made things better, and what do we still need to do? What things have we promised you that we have not gotten to, and how can we make your jobs better? How can we make this agency more effective in protecting Georgia's children and in serving Georgia's families? Please let me know. Talk with Tom at dhs.ga.gov. Thanks, y'all, and looking forward to starting the second year with y'all and working closely with you and supporting you in all that you do. So thanks. See you next week.